let's take a look at another group of relationships between these angles. By the way, look at these two lines, L and M. Look at 3, 4, 5, and 6. They're all in between those two lines, aren't they? Okay, we call them interior angles because they're inside those two lines. So if you want to jot that down, let's do that. Interior angles. We're going to go a little more specific with that, but I'm going to jot this down. So which ones are the interior angles? 3, angle 3, what? Angle 4 is an interior angle. What else? 5 and 6. Angle 5. Yep, these are all interior angles because they're in between the two lines. You see it? I got my two lines right here. Right? The angles that are in between those two lines are interior angles. They're in between. You got it? So 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all interior angles. Well, if I talked about interior angles, what do you think the next thing? Exterior. Let's list the exterior angles. So if interior is inside the two lines, where do you think exterior angles are going to be? On the outside. So give me those. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, and angle 8. Notice I put an angle symbol before every one of those, don't I? I need to let people know when they look at these numbers that they're angles. It's angles 1, 2, 7, and 8. All right? We go to that. That's pretty easy, isn't it? Now let's get a little more specific about the interior angles. I want you to see a relationship between angle 3 and angle 6. There's an actual name for these. Now watch. They're both interior angles, aren't they? All right, but look, one's on one side of the transversal, one's on the other side of the transversal. It's a good guess. It's probably a word you wouldn't even consider. We don't really call them opposite because watch, 3 and 6 are on different sides of the transversal. Well, 3 and 4 are also, aren't they? But look, 3 is in this clump of 4 angles up here, 6 is in this clump down here. They're complete opposites, aren't they? They're interiors, but they're complete opposites. They're not just on the other side of the transversal. This is way up here. This one's down here. We call them alternate, okay? Let's put it right here, alternate interior angles. Okay, alternate interior. I'm going to shorthand interior. Is that all right? Just INT, since I already wrote the word interior down. So alternate interior angles. So 3 and 6 are alternate interior angles. They're in between the two lines, and they're complete opposites of each other, aren't they? All right. Out of those 4 interior angles, they're completely opposite. They're on different sides of the transversal. One's up here, one's down here. That's what I'm explaining to you right now. Alternate interior angles are angles that are completely opposite each other. They're all interior angles, right? 3 and 6 are on the inside of these two lines right here. 3 and 6 are completely opposite. Look, 3 and 6 are on different sides of the transversal, and 3 is up here in this clump, and 6 is down here in this clump. You see it? They're complete opposites of each other. Look at 3 and 5. 3 and 5 aren't complete opposites of each other, are they? Because they're on the same side of the transversal. 3 and 6 are on different sides of the transversal.
Daniel, look up Daniel Kozalka. Kenyasini, Kayla Sini. Please come to the office.
Why'd they do that in the middle of class? They usually do that at the end. All right, here we go. You guys listening? All right, there's a lot of murmuring while we're answering questions over here. Let's listen to me. Okay, other people need to hear too. Okay. All right, go ahead. We haven't said, don't even say anything about that. We don't know anything about them being equal or anything else, okay? Tomorrow. Wait till tomorrow. All right? But we know they're what? They're alternate interior angles. Are there any other alternate interior angles?
Yes.
What? 1 and 4?
5 and 4.
Oh, 5 and 4. Okay, they said 1. Right. 4 and 5. Do you see that? They're also alternate interior angles. Because look, they're on different sides of the transversal. One's up top here, and one's down below here. Do you see that? So angle 4 and 5 are also alternate interior angles. So I'm going to list those. That's not us. Does it make sense? All right, so those are alternate interior angles. We're going to use that quite a bit. All right, you'll see that a lot a little bit later on. Let's see, we had interior angles and we had alternate interior angles. Then we also said we had exterior angles. So what do you think is next?
Alternate exterior.
See, you guys are catching on quick. Watch. I'm going to shorthand this a little bit. Instead of writing out that word alternate, I'm just going to put ALT period. And I'm fine if you do that as well. All right? So alternate what? Exterior angles. And I'll shorten that as well. See? That way I don't have to write all that stuff out. Just saves a little bit of time. So let's see. Eric, you saw it already. Look at your exterior angles. I got 1, 2, 7, and 8. Which ones are alternate exterior, Eric? 1 and 8. That's right. Because look, 1 is on one side of the trans. I'm just looking at the exteriors now, right? 1, 2, 7, and 8. 1 is completely opposite of 8. See how 1's way up top here at the top left? And 8 is also an exterior. It's on the other side of the transversal, and it's down here in this clump of angles down here. So 1 and 8 are alternate exterior angles. Okay, think about what the words mean. Alternate means they're kind of complete opposites, right? And then exterior, of course, are the exterior angles. Give me another pair of alternate exterior angles.
2 and 7.
Very good. Angle 2 and angle 7. They're alternate exterior angles. Make sense? And that's all we're doing today. Is all you're doing is you're looking at them and you're deciding, okay, what's the relationship? What is the name of the angles that they're a part of? There's one more. And these are called consecutive interior angles. All right, consecutive interior angles. So if I said consecutive numbers, if I said, what's the next consecutive number after 3? What would you say? 4. What's the consecutive number after 4? 5. Okay, it's the one right after it. Okay, look at the interior angles. Now, I used to have a book, and I'm not even going to write it down, but I had a book, and I kind of like the way they described it. They called them same side interior angles. It's the same exact thing. This book is the only book that I've seen that calls us this. This one calls it consecutive interior angles. A book I used to teach out of years ago called it same side interior angles. So look at the interior angles, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Which ones are on the same side of the transversal? 3 and 5. Those are also consecutive interior angles, one right after the other. Do you see it? So that's a consecutive angle. They're on the same side of the transversal. Okay, they're not opposite sides. Same side of the transversal. We call those consecutive interior angles. Let's list them. Angle 3 and what'd you say? Angle 5. And there's one more pair. What would that be?
4 and 6.
Oh, goodness. A minute late. I was looking too just a few minutes ago. And oh well, I'll have to edit it. Then what else? Angle what?
5 and 6. I mean, 4 and 6.
4 and 6. That's right. Now again, have I said anything about these angles being equal or anything else? Yeah, I know. We already had that discussion, but thanks. I appreciate it. All right, so there you go. Consecutive interior angles, angle 3, 5, 4, and 6. They list all those on page 172. There's a nice chart there if you want to look at that on page 172. But I think we did a good job right here with this, okay? We've listed all of them, listed the numbers and all that kind of stuff, listed which ones are interior, which ones are exterior, and that's really all there is to that. All right, let me give you an assignment. Yeah. We don't consider consecutive and exterior angles. Right. This is it. These are the only ones. So here's your homework lesson. Are you guys listening? Let's take a look up here. It's section 3.1. You can write notes in whatever you want. Write in lipstick if you want. I don't care. All right. And oh, wait a minute. I'm not giving you page numbers. I give you worksheets, don't I? You know what? I didn't even. I can't believe. Mr. who? Mr. Wagner. I'll tell you what. No, I'm gonna give you a worksheet. Don't worry. Lunch. 22. Yeah, I got time to go get your worksheet. Hey, let me do this for you. Everybody watching? You guys watching? Okay. I'll keep it going. I'm going to show you something that I've done for you. Listen, no more are you going to say, I lost my worksheet, I got home and I forgot to take it home and all that kind of stuff, all right?
I don't have internet access, so.
Well, don't lose your worksheet then, all right? Now, this isn't what yours looks like. This is my teacher version, okay? But you'll probably have somewhere, I haven't even looked at a student version of this, but you'll see a thing that says digital lockers. All right, so what you're going to do, what I did, and I just started, and I'll put the whole chapter on there in a little bit. But if you look on here, these are your worksheets, okay, for these different sections. Now look, I split them up. There's 2 worksheets for each section. Sometimes I'll have you do both of them. Sometimes I'll only have you do one. Kenny, you watching? Okay, look up, pay attention so you know what's going on. So watch what you would do. You would go to this. You would go to the digital locker. It probably looks something like this. I don't know. Has anybody ever been to the digital lockers on their teacheries? I'm not sure exactly what it looks like on yours, but it should look something like this, where you click on it, and what it's going to do, it's going to download it. All right, and right now it's actually downloading. And then that's what it looks like. It's just a JPEG, which is just like a picture file, and there's your worksheet right there. Isn't that cool?
So do you want us to print it out? Or
So you can, no, I'm going to give it to you today, but I'm saying,
If you lose it.
if you lose it, right, or if you go home and you forgot to take it home or something like that, all right. Now listen, internet access is almost a necessity in today's world, all right. I understand that you got situations at home. Sometimes your parents or your guardians or somebody, says, okay, no more computer, that's it. But with the way we do things today, with email, with all the stuff, with the YouTube, listen, please, listen. Why are you talking when I'm talking? Listen, please. Stop. With today's world the way it is, and the way we communicate, it's very important that you have internet access, okay? So do the best you can to talk to whoever you need to make sure that you have internet access. Even if you're in trouble and your parents take the internet away from you, say, look, I'm just watching, some geometry stuff. You can sit right next to me to make sure I'm not getting on Facebook and getting on this and that, and I'm only doing my work, okay? Do what you need to do to get on there if you need to get on there. You understand? All right. So that's enough of that. All right. So take advantage of this. And I will eventually. I just started doing this today. But I'll scan all the worksheets. I'll put them on here. So if I tell you a certain worksheet to do, you can just go on here if you lose it or something like that. Because I'm really getting tired of people coming in and saying, oh, I lost it, or I was absent, or whatever. You can always go to this and print it off. All right.